We begin in Wise County, where 7-year-old Athena Strand has been missing for 48 hours. This is a live look over the search area tonight from Chopper 8. And tonight, new information just in from Child Protective Services. Thank you for joining us. I'm Cynthia Izaguirre. Chris is off. Athena Strand was last seen Wednesday evening at her dad's house in Paradise. Late today, CPS confirmed to WFAA they've never had any cases involving Athena. However, sources tell us CPS has gone to the home prior to investigate the stepmother involving another child. Tonight, law enforcement officers are using every resource on the ground and in the air to find Athena. But from this map, you can see this is a pretty unincorporated area of Wise County, northwest of Fort Worth. Also what we saw from HD Chopper 8. Now let's walk you through what we know. Athena was last seen Wednesday night just before 5. Her stepmother says the two got into an argument and she left Athena in a room. When she returned from cooking dinner, Athena was gone. An Amber Alert was issued Thursday afternoon, and since then, hundreds of volunteers have joined law enforcement to search for Athena, including canine teams, but still no sign of the little girl. Jay Wallace joins us now live from Wise County. Jay, crews have been searching for 2 days, going into their third. How much longer will they go?
Well, the search is going to continue as long as Athena remains missing. That's not stopping anytime soon, but there's only going to be what it's called, it's spot searching. That's what the Wise County Sheriff tells them. So, the first 2 days, it's been more of a wide search. That's involves all the volunteers, the 200 plus people that came out yesterday to go shoulder to shoulder, walk through the brush to try to see if they could find her or get any evidence. Now, even though that didn't lead to any leads, the sheriff tells us, now they're going to go more to spot searching, as I mentioned. And that's when investigators, they don't need volunteers anymore. They'll only be going to areas that come from tips or come from the investigation. That's what we're now into, is the spot searching phase of this investigation.
And speaking of tips and the investigation, Jay, does the Wise County Sheriff have any idea what might have happened to this child?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question that's been weighing on the heart of the sheriff and a lot of the officials and the investigators. That's what, they're telling us, the who, what, where, when, why. At least up to this point, investigators and officials, they aren't giving us any tips that they have any of those questions answered, other than saying that the department is going to focus more on the investigation part and have an investigation along with the search. Compared to the first couple of days, it's been more a search with an investigation. But, when we talked to the sheriff earlier today, it was about at 3 o'clock. Anytime we asked options about, could it be this, could it be that, he never said anything was out of the question. He was saying we're open to any and all options, and that's what's been really tough for him at this point. So still many unanswered questions, as you mentioned, now more than 48 hours since she went missing.
Family members been saying as we wrap up?
Well, the sheriff says that both the stepmother and the father, they have been helping with the investigation. As you mentioned, when you went kind of the timeline, Athena was last with her stepmom those 48 hours ago, and that's when she went missing. She was the only adult in the house at the time. Her father was on his way down to South Texas for a hunting trip, but he did come right back when she alerted him that Athena was missing. And we do know yesterday we talked to her biological mother and her aunt, biological mother's sister, and they told us that something wasn't adding up right now in their eyes and that they don't think Athena would wander off. Again, that's according to the biological mother and her aunt. So again, what we're hearing from officials, still don't know. A lot of questions that are unanswered. So we'll continue to be out here and lay this on air.
Our prayers that we find little Athena Strand right away. Thanks. Just west of Highway 114, where police have blocked off that area behind you. What can you tell us?
Yes, Cynthia, I want to let you know where we are right now. We're between Boyd and Cottondale on County Road 4599, and the search for Athena Strand has spread all around this county. Everybody on the lookout for this little girl. The sheriff telling us earlier today in a presser that they have had no evidence, no trace of her, no leads just yet. This is the first time that we've seen anything of momentum that they're getting in this investigation. I'm going to step out of the way just a bit. We didn't get very close because we were told by several law enforcement officers to get back, but There's a lot of focus down the road from me on this road, on County Road 4599, by state troopers, by Wise County Sheriff deputies. The FBI has been here. They've been looking in a ditch, which is, I believe, to the right of you if you're looking at this picture right now, and also in the area with flashlights. We don't know what this means. We don't know exactly what they're looking for, what they're focusing on here in this investigation. But the amount of police that are here and the amount of law enforcement that are focused on this area, I mean, it's breathtaking. This is something that literally looks at us and says, okay, this might be something, a clue, a piece of the puzzle that they found. And if it is a piece of the puzzle, it would be a big piece, because we haven't seen any movement in this case at all since Athena went missing on Wednesday evening. The sheriff giving us kind of the same narrative earlier today during a 2 p.m. presser, telling us that Athena had vanished from the home in the evening, and then they weren't able to find her. There's been hundreds of people looking for her the last 2 days, trying to find any traces of her whatsoever. They say this search has gone from a search to an investigation. It's evolved from that, and now it looks to us that maybe there is a big piece to this search that they found, and police focusing on it here tonight. But we don't know a ton of details at this hour. We're expecting an update from law enforcement here shortly, and when we do get that update, we'll be sure to get it to you on social and on WFA.com, and also on air too. In Wise County, I'm Matt Howerton.
Matt, you talk about the hundreds of people who have been searching for 7-year-old Athena Strand. It's been an exhausting search, both physically and mentally, emotionally. Have you had a chance to speak with any of them?
Absolutely. We spoke with searchers who have dedicated themselves, come out to Wise County. Some people don't even live in Wise County, that they've come here and they've tried to give their best, give their all to help find Athena. There's a lot of people on social media who have been gripped by this story, trying to figure out this puzzle themselves. We've also talked to the family members, the biological mother of Athena, her aunt. They've all told us this just doesn't make sense, and they want answers. They want Athena home. They want her in her arms, or want her in their arms. And like I said, it's heartbreaking on all levels. Everybody is pouring themselves into this investigation, into this search, and we're very, very, very curious to see what this all means behind me.
Our thanks to you, Matt Howerton, for that update. This, of course, is a developing situation with multiple law enforcement agencies involved. Our crews will be at the scene all night. We will have live reports on WFAA.